welcome to our daily thought. Thank you for joining me once again. Our reading is taken from James chapter 4, verse 13 to 17. And the heading for today's thought is planning for our future. Planning for our future. We spend so much time planning for our futures. As young people, we plan for our career. And as mature adults, we plan for our retirement. We have short-term plans and long-term goals in our life. It is good to plan. And in these verses in James, we see that God is not advocating a lack of planning, but a living in God's plan and in his will for our lives. That surely must be the greatest plan of all, God's plan. Not just planning for time, but for all eternity. God has a plan for each life. And if you follow his plan, you will find the secret to true happiness and fulfillment. For you and for me, so often we try to do our own thing, and very often it can lead to frustration, problems, and sometimes, sadly, to disaster. I have met a number of people that says, I want to do things my way. And the sorrow that have filled their hearts as the weeks and months have gone, and it's turned out to be a disaster. I'm going to have my own way. I'm not listening to anyone. And their lives have been left in a total mess. I was speaking with a person just the other day, and they said how sad they were that they had wasted so many years trusting in people instead of trusting in God. Listening to people instead of listening to God. But some would ask, why should we live out God's plans for our lives? Well, here are a couple, friends, of reasons. Firstly, we need to trust God's plan for our lives because of the complexity of life. And verse 13, as you read it, you'll see all about that. Apart from God's will, life is a mystery and has many problems that we cannot understand. What a comfort to know, friends, that our life is hid with Christ in God. Colossians 3:3. Secondly, because life is so uncertain, verse 14, and we cannot know what each day will bring. Only when we live in God's plan and in his will can we be confident. Life is so brief in the span of time, so we can spend our lives, or we can waste our lives, or we can invest our lives in eternal purposes by living out God's plan for our lives. Thirdly, because of the frailty of human life, we have no guarantee of tomorrow. So only God will give us total security. You see, we live in a time when the world is filled with fear because of what tomorrow may bring. But Jesus knows about all our tomorrows. We may not know what the future holds, but we thank God this morning we know who holds the future. Remember, friends, that we're in the hands of God and he will never fail us. He will never leave us go. He loves us so much that he died on the cross of Calvary and gave his life that you could have the best plan for your life. God bless you. Look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow morning.